know the Trump administration recently fired many employees of the FAA administration. Do those cuts worry you, and do you think that impacts the safety? I know you just said it's the safest way to travel, but after looking at all these mishaps, a lot of people are very nervous. Do these cuts affect you?
The cuts do not affect us, Gayle. I've been in close communication with the Secretary of Transportation. I understand that the cuts at this time are something that are raising questions, but the reality is there's over 50,000 people that work at the FAA, and the cuts, I understand, were 300 people, and they were in non-critical safety functions. The Trump administration has committed to investing deeply in terms of improving the overall technologies that are used in the air traffic control systems and modernizing the skies. They've committed to hiring additional controllers and investigators and safety investigators. So no, I'm not concerned with that at all.
So she had egg on her face, did she not? She was trying. This is what the media does. They are always trying to, they're not just asking questions, but they're trying to push a narrative. And he burst her bubble big time. I want to acknowledge At Last Satisfied Patriot with the $5 super chat. Says Kash Patel will be voted in tomorrow. We are getting ready to see fireworks like we've never seen before. Time is going to speed up, buckle up. Thank you so much. Also, Yvette Wenda with the $5 super chat says, I'm here from Kansas City, Missouri. My first super chat. Let me tell y'all, I'm in love with KJ. Oh, but I love all the ladies. By the way, where is Yana? Thank you so much.
She'll be back.
Yeah, she'll hopefully be back over the summer. So, yeah, we'll keep you all posted, and hopefully she'll be back over the summer. So, Shelly,
So what I liked about this, yes, she does have egg on her face. I think it's scrambled or sunny side up. I'm not sure which. But what she was trying to do, she was trying to imply that the FAA cuts contributed to that plane crash in Canada. You know, ever so slyly, she was trying to do that. Number one. Number two, this is what really infuriates me. These people, this leftist entitlement mindset, they have the gall to really believe that everybody in the government is entitled to a job, number one, and that they have permanent jobs, no less. When you are in any other sector of industry, you are hired at will. You can come and go. I mean, most people will terminate people for cause in the private sector. It's not just, you know, oh, you're fired for the most part. But these people are non-critical. They are probationary employees. They are getting taxpayer funds. That's the difference, too, between the private sector. The private sector has to actually produce to get a return on their investment, to have productivity, to show that this is what we're producing, widgets or services or whatever, and this is why we need X amount of labor and personnel. These people are nothing but blood suckers, tit suckers, if you want to call it that. Hell, they may be some other kind of suckers, but I'm going to keep it clean tonight. But that's what they get on your nerves. This is our money, and I want mine back. I want them to open the books. I want them to terminate whatever positions are not productive. And when they do that, I want them to have the government, have HALVE, because we don't need all of that. We just don't need it.
Yeah. Giovanni, what are your thoughts there?
Again, another black woman being paraded around to stick to the talking points in the party line. But I used to work in government or adjacent to government. And one thing about it is that we used to have a phrase, you work like a contractor, which is like you do what you have to do really quick, but then you're billing for X amount of hours. So then you still say that it takes this amount of time to do a particular job, right? But it can lead to a lot of waste.
Yeah.
And you think about it too, like nowadays people are starting businesses and creating things like quick with the chat bots and what have you. Like there's a lot of tools out there to create efficiency, and people are taking advantage of these things in their everyday life. But why is our government not doing the same thing? Why is it efficient? Why is it, that all these, have to go through all these like little checks and not even checks, but just like little procedures and process to feed into the bureaucracy?
That's exactly
that,
what it does.
That that takes away from the efficiency. Why is it that we can't have a government that is more efficient? But again, to the point about the cuts, right? That's another thing that happens in these talking points. They don't, when there's a buzzword or something or a narrative to promote, they don't want to get into the details, into the facts. When he laid out, well, out of 50,000 people, that was 300, right? It doesn't make sense, right? And you see this, I had the lawsuit against Baltimore City Public Schools, and you see them now talking about how Baltimore has, made the largest strides in education across the country.
From the bottom.
Well, first you were at the bottom, and if you go from one good school to two, that is a 100% increase.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're still at the bottom.
Well, speaking of efficiency, I mean, all of this money that Elon Musk and President Trump are uncovering, they have now put out a proposal to give it to the American people. So Elon Musk just said Doge is considering sending $5,000 refund checks to U.S. taxpayers. This plan would send 79 million households a total of $400 billion, which is 20% of Doge's projected savings by 2026. So the Doge dividend proposal argues basically 4 key benefits: righting the wrong done to the taxpayer. And again, this is the most important thing, and what the left keeps leaving out. They are trying to get us our money back. Exactly. They're sharing number 2, they're sharing benefits of cost cutting with taxpayers, boost morale to increase U.S. tax receipts, and incentivize the labor force participation in 2025. So again, this sounds like a great idea to me. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I want more than one check. I want all of my money back so that I can invest it and do with as I choose to do so. That's number 1. Number 2, I mean, I know that he's making what is called Doge dividends or whatever. Fine. And I mean, I agree with what the proposals are, but it shouldn't even be a question. Every damn year or every month, we need to have an accountant. We should be getting refunds back every month because it's our money. It shouldn't even have to be a question to ask for it. It should just be done. What has been going on with our money is beyond a travesty. It is theft. Pure and simple. And these congressmen and all of these protest groups and, Elon Musk and Trump have to go. No, they don't. What they need to do is keep going down 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, E Street, K Street, all the other avenues and where these agencies are, and go through and turn upside down the whole agency. I want my money back. And I don't give a damn. I'm sorry, I had to curse. I don't give a damn about these people who are saying, oh, well, you got to care about people. I do care about people. I don't want people to just, again, lose their jobs, whatever, and be out on the street. No, that's not what I want. But I don't want to pay for someone else's lifestyle, particularly at my expense. I have been paying into this system for more than 30 years, as well as other people have been. And I don't get a return on investment. I won't be able to I never wanted to look to my Social Security. I wanted to invest my Social Security, but of course, forced compliance, it comes out of my check no matter what. And I don't need all of these bureaucrats every darn year. Again, I have to send in papers and 1040s or whatever, documenting every damn thing that I spend with the money that they allow me to take home. And then I got to tell them how I spent it and justify it when these black Negroes, white Negroes, whoever you are, I don't know if there's such a thing as a white Negro, but the point is these people they had the audacity to cry and want me to feel bad when we say open the books. You have lost your ever-loving mind. Yeah. You really have.
And speaking of the idea that, you would think the media would be the ones that would broker some type of investigation into this stuff. Exactly. You think that they would be right on this, as we're seeing more and more exposed, but they're actually pushing against the exposure.